You're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judah. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith.
Prescott's pass intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now. First and 10 at their own 28-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw again. Jackson. 1st down and more for Jackson. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered.
We've got plenty of weather here today. We've got some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome. And there have been 2 ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others have said, find some weather, find some conditions somewhere, and try and get ready. What do you think?
Well, whatever the preparation there, the snow causing the fumble. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the...
That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown.
Complete to
Amari Cooper, 26 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
For the point after.
And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, sings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Kickoff for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Returning it, Justice Hill. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 27.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
First and 10.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
He's going to take off with it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
He's up 2nd and 2.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott.
Prescott on the keeper.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. He can run for it, and he will. Oh, Prescott stripped, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Prescott on the keeper. A fumble on the play.
Whenever we call a game that's in the snow, we have to focus a little bit more, trying to make sure we've got the right numbers on players that we're calling right, the right guys in the game. Think about the guys on the field. Their focus has to really increase as well because so many things coming at you.
And he's into the clear. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 71 yards. The Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. And oh, his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And oh, he coughed it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by Dallas.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Dallas. That's the
start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On 1st and 10, Prescott able to hit his target well. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was that 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration, you'll hear those words on the bit.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 77 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy's simply sensational.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Amari Cooper and the Cowboys set to take over once again. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
We'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter.
3-yard line.
Now this throw caught left side. There he goes, Amari Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 77 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Greg Zuerlein.
Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half.
To kick off for Dallas.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. And a loose football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
A fumble on the play.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you Warm enough in your clothing. A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line.
And from the shotgun, he'll throw.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
They'll take
that interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Flush to his right. He'll try, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dallas taking it in from 11 yards out, and the Cowboys have broken the tie.
The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and finding ways to defeat them.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14.
Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far.
And when we talk about...
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead now up to 14.
14. Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded in the end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Justice Hill. And they are not going to catch him. He's in.
Hill. Touchdown, Ravens.
It's been a back-and-forth game. A lot of points on the board. And that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's going.
Now, you've seen both teams go at it. And as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming. And that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Tucker with the extra point. And they're within 7 now at 28-21.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Tony Pollard on the return. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
Dak Prescott on the offense heading back onto the field. He's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 times.
Oh, Prescott stripped, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Fumble on the play.
You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they...
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, but now it's 3rd and goal.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson on his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
And this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Oh, good return up past the 30.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Touchdown, Cowboys! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Zerline now for the PAT. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
10 at the 41-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, it's caught at the 10. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play there just before halftime, and even 40 yards.
Goal to go.
final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And now he'll tuck it and run. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
That's the end of the first.
So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair. And he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I look. Well, all right, never mind. Third quarter action now. Taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Ravens take over first and 10. At their
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
at their 48-yard line.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Jackson. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Jackson on first down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Now the ball comes loose.
Leighton Vander Esch. Jackson.
So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2. At the Cowboys,
throwing is Jackson, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 14-yard line.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Jackson now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. it just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. Yeah, they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
The Ravens take over.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. It looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for sure.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. 14 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more.
And Prescott, his third interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at the 40.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
32-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Baltimore. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Coming up on 2nd and 7. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target. Third down here. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. On third down, Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
They'll take over.
The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until it takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
3rd and goal.
Jackson. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Terry Poe able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. 3rd and 1, they opt to pass it, and the one thing happened that could not happen. Oh, no, he lost the football. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know, head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. The return man is Hill. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. To throw again, Jackson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. The Ravens on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Jackson from the shotgun. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin. 61 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Justin
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in a position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Getting set to go again. We get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds him. There he goes, right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 79 yards. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The dangerous Hill now to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all, and that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there. Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. Here's Jackson. First down and more for Jackson. And down to the 28-yard line. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you did.
Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
47-yard line.
Elliott breaks 3 again. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on first down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
45-yard line. A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
Final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of